Hello, everybody. Welcome along to a Tuesday night watch along, an end of season special. Here we got two pretty important games pertaining to both ends of the table. One is a game that already should have been played twice between Pompey and Ipswich, and one is a game that would be being played on April 25th or that weekend, but Southampton in the FA Cup semi-final means their game against Blackburn has been brought forward. So we have, crikey, they've got Connor Chaplin in the studio. Excellent. We have Ipswich versus Pompey, where a win for Ipswich is massive for top two. A win for Pompey is massive in terms of survival. And again, Southampton, a win for Saints is massive. Look, if Saints win and Ipswich lose is massive for top two, potentially, but definitely for playoffs, whatever happens. And for Blackburn, I mean, they're pretty much out of the woods if they can get a win tonight. Welcome, everybody. I love this part of the season. The drama, the tension, the context being just so clear. We know exactly what the stakes are at this point in the season. So huge welcome to everybody up there on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. We've just gone live down there on TikTok as well. So I will implore everybody, if you see anything that looks like that, some kind of thumbs up sign, hit it. We call this a like spike. You've got 11 seconds. Support the video by hitting thumbs up in whatever form that looks like on whatever platform you're watching on right now. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Remember, these watch-alongs will always be free, but you can help out massively simply by interacting. Just keep the chat going in the comments, in the live chat, wherever you are watching. If you do want to donate, you can. It is not obligatory. We have a 5 super chat target on YouTube that we would love to hit. It's absolutely 3, though, to hit the thumbs up button. And we would love, after that like spike, to head towards 50 before the game starts. 22 already. Keep them rolling and keep this stream rolling indeed. Should we say some hellos in the chat here? Who have we got? Aaron, welcome. PT Leonard, welcome. Callum would love to play you next season as a Cardiff fan. Callum, in the politest way possible. Be great to have Cardiff back, but would prefer Ipswich not to be playing them next season. Jack on TikTok, Rovers looks like a team focused on Friday and forget tonight. Remember Blackburn, they play Southampton tonight, Coventry on Friday. And yeah, maybe Coventry is the kind of more winnable one if they're drunk and on the beach already. Pretty much up. Anywho, need one more point. Planet Ball, welcome. Doug, welcome. Steve, welcome. Strutty, welcome. Ready to set sail on our journey. Absolutely. Another Steve, welcome. D-Tech, am I saying that right, matey? Abiel, welcome. Cletus, love me some Benjamin Bloom play-by-play. You're going to get plenty of that tonight, matey. Martin, welcome. Gaffer, I don't know what those are, but there's 800 of them. Are they yen or something? I'll drink this highly caffeinated little offering to you, fella. Who else are we saying hello to? White Hart Dane, welcome. Jamond, welcome. Will, Alan, Dave, welcome. Jake, welcome. Robert, and I think we've said hello to everybody. Tractor Girl on TikTok. Congratulations to Leaf on the birth of his little girl. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that'll be some late nights there. Even if you're a millionaire footballer, yeah, sleep is still at a premium, isn't it? Right. Shall we get into this? By the way, in League One as well tonight, if you're across any of these games, please let us know what is going on. I believe we already had a goal in one of them, potentially. Huddersfield, Cardiff. Did I see something flash up there? Maybe, maybe not. We've got Bolton, Stevenage, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Orient, Mansfield, Port Vale, Barnsley, Wigan, Rotherham down there in League One. If you like that sort of thing, we've also got 2 Champions League quarterfinals, Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona, Liverpool versus PSG. But we are obviously going to be focused on the EFL Championship. So let me just do a quick block on TikTok. Thank you, guys. We're new to TikTok. Thank you for being so polite on YouTube. We still get some idiots over on TikTok. I think there's a lower kind of barrier to entry, I think, for sure. Right, let's get into team news for Pompey versus Ipswich then tonight. And let me know, as always, who you're looking forward to seeing playing and who potential match winners are. Right, let's get into team news here tonight. Obviously, Connor Chaplin's in the studio and on loan from Ipswich, so the goal scorer from Saturday for Pompey is not going to be playing, but they will indeed have Nicholas Schmidt in goal. Williams and Devlin are the fullbacks. Shaughnessy and Paul are the centre-backs. A former Ipswich player there, Andre Dazelle, in central midfield with Marlon Pack. Dazelle obviously scored, didn't he, against Oxford, that equalising goal. Milanik Ali down the left, Adrian Segacic down the right, John Swift in the 10, and Colby Bishop up top for Pompey. On the bench, Bursic, Boat, Dia, LaRue, Bianchini, Blair, Brown, Anderson, Waddingham, Ogilvie still suspended after that pretty dubious red card, let's just say, against Oxford United in that vital game there. Let me know your thoughts on the Pompey 11 there for Ipswich. Walton continues in goal. Well, it looks like Jacob Greaves is going to be playing left back here then. Some extra size in the back four. Furlong, O'Shea, Greaves and Kipray. So you'd assume Kipray will tuck in at centre-back there and Greaves will go over and play at left-back. Matasiwa, Dan Neal comes in. He didn't start at Carrow Road at the weekend. Neither did Casey McAteer. Neither did Marcelino Nunes. Neither did Jack Clark. And that is, I'm sure we'll get the Parachute FC comments there. Ipswich able to bring in tens of millions of pounds worth of players off the front there that didn't start at the weekend. George Hurst obviously did. Wasn't George Hurst at Pompey? Was it Pompey at one point on loan? I can't remember. Let me just bring up his career stats. Am I misremembering? Yeah, he was. And he scored a few goals for him in League One. 15 in the season, 13 in the league. There you go. I was not misremembering that one. Ipswich bench, Palmer, Johnson, Mehmeti, Taylor, Kayust, Akpom, Azon, Philogene, Eggerly. If it goes down to the squads, it's an Ipswich win. But this is Fratton Park. This is big. This is the end of the season. Pompey can be a formidable opponent, particularly in this stadium. Right. Shall we go to predictions? Just hold your fire one sec and I'll tell you what was said on the poll on the community tab on the Benjamin Bloom Football channel. We have had loads of votes, 2.2k votes. And they said, 12% of them said this would be a draw. 27% said this would be a Pompey win. And 62% are going for an Ipswich win in this one. But what say you lot? You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be clever. Just write your prediction. We'll read them together. Get them in now. You've got 24 seconds. Go. Hey, Bloom says Sky Blue J on TikTok as well. That's me. Players in the tunnel there. Mullen Pack, Dara O'Shea about to lead out these two. Another one on TikTok will do there. Tommy says 2-2. As always, try and help us out. Say what you think is going to happen rather than what you want to happen, and trying to kind of like weirdly manifest that into the universe. Right, let's get some predictions up here. I won't read your names. We can read all the predictions here. Where am I landing for the first one? There we go. Right. Okay, 3-1 Ipswich. 2-0 Ipswich. 3-1 Ipswich. 3-1 Pompey. 3-1 Ipswich. 3-1 Ipswich. Lots of goals here we like. Desmond 1-1 0-0. 3-1 Ipswich, 3-0 Ipswich. 2-0 1-1. I'm just going to click through all of these. Loads of predictions coming up on the screen. Bookmark this. One of you will be right. I know for sure. That's just a numbers game, isn't it? There you go. Any more for any more? Well, I'm going to read that one. My favourite champ YouTuber, but for the next 90 minutes, I don't like you. It's not that important, honestly. You can still like me for the next 90 minutes, whatever you want to happen in this game. But thank you for the first bit of that. Keith, 0-0. I bloody hope not. We did a 0-0 on Friday, didn't we? Millwall and West Brom. Give me some blooming goals in this one. Right. I think we are just about good for kick-off here down at Pompey. If you are watching Southampton versus Blackburn, get in those comments. Let us know what is going on in that one as well. If you're watching any of the League One games tonight, promotion's pretty much settled there. Congratulations to Lincoln. Cardiff and near as damn it there. There has been a big goal there, actually. Bolton 1, Stevenage 0. That's a big one in terms of the playoff race. And one of my Luton mates was texting me this morning saying he needs a Bolton win tonight and Luton can still catch Stevenage. There you go. George, got to say, bro, I love your content. You speak proper sense and bull. Thank you, George, on TikTok. Very, very kind. If you're watching on TikTok now, make sure you hit follow and subscribe and all of that stuff. I'm not very good with TikTok. I'm a YouTube guy. You know me. Right, Michael, Ben, is there likely to be a twist in the tail with relegation? I understand West Brom can be subject to a points deduction. My spidey senses would tell me West Brom will not be deducted points this late in the season, but I know the EFL rules and regs say otherwise. But yeah, you just don't see it happening that quickly, do you? But hey, I could be wrong about that. That's not my particular wheelhouse there. Players in huddles before this one starts tonight. Let me talk to you about stakes. Basically, if Ipswich win 3 of their last 6 games, then anybody chasing them needs to win all of their remaining games. Millwall, Middlesbrough, Southampton. If Ipswich score 10 points, then it's pretty much done, barring Millwall's goal difference going up by about 30 and then winning all their games. If Ipswich get 11 points, so 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat from the final 6, then it does not matter what anybody else does. Pompey could really do with a win tonight as well. By the way, if you're following the Leicester City saga here, if Pompey win tonight, I don't think Leicester are catching Pompey. That would be a 7-point gap with 4 games to go. Right, we are off and running. As an Ipswich fan, my head hurts. Red shorts, red shirts, blue socks. Looks bloody awful, doesn't it? But hey, Pompey are wearing red socks, so there would indeed be a clash. Don't panic. I will sort out the clock imminently. I will reset the teams and then we can settle in for Pompey versus Ipswich. The ball's drifted through from a long throw-in out of play. Those socks are horrible, says Tom. Are they borrowed them off Pompey? I wonder. No, they're just the home socks. Right, teams really quickly. Pompey, Schmidt, Devlin, Williams, Shaughnessy, Poole, Pack, Dazelle, Segacic, Swift, Ali, Bishop, Ipswich, Walton, Furlong, Greaves, Kipre, O'Shea, Matasiwa, Neal, McAteer, Nunez, Clark, Hurst. And the first question that we kind of knew the answer to is that, yeah, Greaves is playing at left back. Kipre never was going to. Ipswich have massively underperformed. The table I'm looking at has them in second place. So they could only be one place higher. So I think you probably take them massively off that. I don't know what performed would be in that case, but maybe it's a coping mechanism. It's an easy one that people hit the parachute teams with it, isn't it? Oh, well, you should be scoring 110 points anyway. You know, like it's that straightforward every season. And they never level the same thing at all the other parachute teams. Southampton, there's Leicester, there's Sheffield United. So they should all have 110 points, yeah? And are grossly underperforming, unless they don't. Why don't both sides just swap socks? That'd be far too sensible, wouldn't it? McAteer attempted to play him down the line there. Ball runs out of play. Restart for Pompey. David, do I think Ipswich could still win the league? Only if Coventry have started drinking now and are going to be 7 sheets to the wind for their remaining games. No, what did Coventry need? A couple of points. England women 1-0 up against Spain at half-time. Again, let us know if you're across any games. League One, particularly the Southampton game, is of big significance here tonight. There we go, Dave. Thank you, matey. Super chat. We've got a free kick to Pompey, which I think is going to go in the box here. If Spurs come down, they'll walk the league, or will they walk the league behind closed doors derail them? Hope Link can stay up and ours get a playoff place. It's a good question, Dave. You would think Spurs, even if there was chaos, would just be such a big club with such a size and scope that they'd probably be able to be in sort of second gear and win the championship. But you never know. Thank you for the super chat, Dave. We are 2 for 5. And we are going to get a long throw-in coming in from Marlon Pack. Regan Paul is on the near post being chaperoned by George Hurst. Here comes Marlon with the throw-in. It's a good one. Nice flat one, actually. Headed clear, Segacic. Swift holds. Pack's got it back. Patient from Pompey. They're in the centre circle. It was just moving into shape. But remember, when you're defending a long throw, you've got all your players all over the place. GC on TikTok. Forest staying up. If they don't beat Burnley, GC, it could be tricky, couldn't it? But I think they'll beat Burnley. They've not got to get distracted by Porto, though, haven't they? Jack Clark gets a feel of the ball over on the left. Comes inside. Oh, nice run by Clark. Continues to carry the ball. Turns back. Knocks it into Dan Neal. Greaves playing at left back tonight. He's finally kind of played his way into this Ipswich team after a massively expensive signing. Joe, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Please don't everyone now tell me it's your birthday. Has anyone ever done that to you at Frankie and Benny's when it's not your birthday? Or no, TGI Fridays, whatever it's called. And then it's not your birthday and then someone comes around with a pudding and everyone starts singing happy birthday at you. Very childish, but very funny rib to play on somebody. Devlin. Paul. And back to Schmidt in goal. Knocked forward long. Headed down. Dara O'Shea gets there. Bishop closes him down. O'Shea boots it clear. Atletico Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. In the Champions League. Let us know if you're across any of these games and what's going down. And I'll keep my end up, hopefully, in this one. Blackburn pressing well, says Isaac from the Southampton game. Saints, obviously, hot favourites in that one. But this is the Championship. It's the run-in. Particularly Southampton and Ipswich are playing every midweek now for a few weeks, aren't they? So things you could consider odd may happen. Foul on Jack Clark from Segicic. Your Mull with the goal. Thank you, Kaz. Little feed down the line is a good one. McAteer into the box. Cut back shot driven by Hurst. I think if he leaves that, Jack Clark's got a much better opportunity there. But Hurst is wearing number 9 on his back and has to take the shot on, doesn't it? It's a great ball down the line. Did Furlong put that one down the line? Pirlo-esque pass that. Hurst hits the shot, blocked by Paul. Clark was just behind him. Corner. Ipswich Town, right-footed out-swinger. Headed out on the near post by Ali. And right royally hoofed clear. Walton sends it back. Hurst now chasing in behind. Can he make Paul work this one? He does, and Paul gives it away straight to Jack Clark. Little knock in. O'Neill gave Clark the ball back, or at least tried to. I think he could have got it out of his feet and had a shot there himself. Neil. Ollie, what's the watch-along schedule for the weekend? I'm busy being a musician at the weekend, so very unfortunately, we'll only be across the Sunday game. If anything, I'm not around on Friday night. Well, I'm in Tamworth at the Tamworth Assembly Rooms playing with That So 90s if you're from that part of the world. And then I'm in a day-long rehearsal on Saturday, but we'll be here with the hot takes on Sunday, none the less. One in the channel for McAteer again. Goes through easily to Nicholas Schmidt. Ipswich probably just slightly on top. In the early going here. Matasiwa. Greaves coming down the line. Just up the road from Tamworth. What type of music? Nirvana, Aaron. Right, listen carefully. I'm playing with That So 90s. I'll say the last word again, 90s. So see if you can figure out what type of music will be being played. Rather than making judgments on the length of my hair. But yes, there is 16 bars of a Nirvana song in the show. I think you can guess which one. Come and see the show. Just as a blanket rule, in case you're disappointed if I block you at any point, if you comment on my appearance, you will be blocked. If you ask me to broadcast a game I don't have the broadcast rights to, you will be blocked. So don't be disappointed. So I'm just having a little session on TikTok there. An idiot removal session. Just don't be sad. Sometimes you get people, they're sad. Oh, Cynthia, you've put that comment in at the wrong time, haven't you? Cheerio. Greaves, throw in the left back area, cleared. Straight back up for another Ipswich throw. Will Benjamin make the Wrexham documentary this year? I doubt it. It's more likely to be Statman Dave, isn't it? On the Sportsman Untitled. In fact, I think Sportsman got sent an email from the Wrexham people saying we want to use your stuff. I haven't had one, but then I didn't get one last time and I just used it. The fine people. What is the Wrexham thing on Disney, isn't it? The fine people at Disney. Well, it won't be Disney made it. Huddersfield lead against Cardiff, indeed. Huddersfield pushing for playoffs still in League One. Relegated from the Championship a couple of seasons ago, 23-24. Ipswich, strong team shape. Pompey having to go back into centre-back and back into the goalie right now. Ball circulated. They go forward early to Ali, but it's cut out by Furlong and then given to Matasiwa, who've just switched positions there for a second. Nunes. Matasiwa. And goes home to Christian Walton. Martin, why did you just block me on TikTok? Did you say something about my hair or ask me to stream the game? That'll be it. Sorry if that's upsetting. Send me a detailed email and I'll unblock you. Throw in. Ipswich down the left. Greaves. Cool. Apologies, Martin. I just have a zero tolerance on comments about my appearance. Some people think it's a bit much, but you've got to understand I have tens of thousands of people seeing this every day and lots of them comment on my appearance and it gets very old very quickly. But I'll happily unblock you. If you tell me how. Schmidt goes long. Bolton 2, Stevenage 0 in League One. Devlin comes down the right-hand side. Pack. Try to play the channel there. Furlong cuts it out. Here is Marlon Pack again. Ipswich not managing to clear their lines. Didn't have much imagination there to play through. They've gone back to the keeper again. Pompey. 15 gone. A bit of a non-event so far. Couple of decent-ish openings for Ipswich in the first 10 minutes. George Hurst had a shot. Jack Clark's behind him. I wonder if he should have left it. Martin, send me a mail or a DM and I'll unblock you on TikTok. You seem a nice fella. Just my zero tolerance on people talking about my hair. Yeah, I love these questions. Have you discussed the Norwich match? Was never a penalty and Nunes should have got sent off. Often when people say, I'd love to hear your opinion on. They mean I'd like to hear you repeat the same opinion I've got about this. So there you go. You've given your opinion there. Ipswich have been given 3 points and we've all moved on now. And it's Pompey 0, Ipswich 0. 16 minutes into this one. Throwing to Pompey down the right. Bishop knocks that off. Oh, it's just opened up on the left-hand side here. Williams into the box. Williams curls a shot. It's a good effort, that. Just wide of the post. If nobody touched that, that's pretty unlucky from Williams. Found a good position there. Coming forward from left back. Be interesting to see how much this missed by. Closest anyone's come in this game so far. Oh, do you know what? Bishop was right in there. Is it a cross or a shot? It's a shot. Oh, Bishop should score from there, shouldn't he? He gives the thumb up. I think Bishop's under the impression that's a cross, but I've seen lots of football and that's a shot. But Bishop is like an inch away. If he gets any contact on that, he scores because he's so close to goal. Pompey with the first kind of big-ish chance in the game. Bishop should score from there. Welcome to our season, bro. Well, big header by Kipre. Nunes just leave it off the ball by Dazelle. Portsmouth have been on top probably for the last 6-7 minutes of this one. Oh, Clark's nicked that high up the pitch. Clark drives forward, feeds it to Hurst on the left wing. Hurst. Greaves, trying to go by his man. This is the only issue with Greaves at fullback. He's not exactly Leif Davis from an attacking position. Whereas Davis would probably have soldiered on into the box there. That attack results in a Pompey throw-in. Here is Segicic. Oh, nice feed by Segicic. Furlong slides in and makes the clearance. Thank you very, very much. This charming Dan. $1.99 on the Super Chat. Love your content. Lovely switch of play there out for Segicic. Greaves has got goal side and knocks it back to Walton, though. We are 3 Super Chats out of 5. Thank you for the support. Muchly appreciated. And looking for Segicic on the back stick again. Kipre heads it away. Clark's got it. Back in to Greaves. Walton, horrible touch there. Ends up just hoiking it up the line. Hurst with then a decent hold, but can't lay it off to Neil. Ipswich a bit untidy. Pompey on top for about 10 minutes now. Here's Dazelle. Portsmouth working hard off the ball. Says David in the chat. I would concur. Big boot forward looking for Bishop. Looked like he shoved Kipre in the back there. Nothing given. Greaves clears it. Ipswich can't really get a hold of the ball past 10 minutes. Slow-mo of Nunes and Dazelle coming together there. To be fair to Dazelle, Nunes hasn't really had a kick yet, has he? So that battle's being won by Andre. Ali just shrugged off the ball. It's over with Kipre, Greaves, Walton. 22 gone. Bit tense, bit nervy, bit low on quality this game. Ipswich had the first 10 minutes. Portsmouth had the second 10 minutes, and we are up to a quarter of the way through the game. Kipre, pitch opens up on the left. Kipre steps out. Oh, nice feed by Kipre. Clark. 1v1 with Segicic, which you'll fancy. Clark runs in, pokes it across the box. Yeah, when you saw Jack Clark was against the winger there, not the fullback, you knew he was going to have a go at him. Blocked out for a corner. Nunes is going to take this one right-footed. Floated in near post. I think Bishop gets a touch on it. Neil slams the volley in on the right foot. Nice height on it. Not nice direction, though. Keeper would have been tested. Ifs, buts and maybes. If that had been 6 feet the other way. Maybe even more. Maybe I'm being kind to him. Do I think Borough slip out of the top 6, Jay Wilson? No. No, got too many points. But they're in poor form, Borough. 2 wins in 11. It's been a struggle. McAteer. Ipswich just steadying themselves over the last couple of minutes. And we have a goal in the Championship. It's a goal for Southampton. They lead 1-0. We're at about 24 minutes and Saints have taken the lead. We're talking about the perfect 10 they would need. Only 4 to go after today for Saints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the league. It'd actually be 7 in a row with the Arsenal win in the FA Cup as well. I think we're going to see it picture in picture, actually. It's a tiny picture. I'll strain my eyes. Nice feed through. Is that Cienza going through? It's a tiny picture. He smacks it into the middle of the box. Yeah, Larin. They've gone close up there. Well, here come Pompey, though. Down the left-hand side. Ali puts it across. Fisted by Walton. Oh, chance there. He's missed his kick. John Swift. Ali does really well down the left. Ipswich opened up there. God, yeah, he's rinsed Furlong. Walton is kind of blameless because he has to do something with that cross, but he does palm it into the middle of the box where technically you'd expect much better from John Swift there. May not be the world's most physically elite player, Swift, but technically he's always been very good. And he just miskicks the volley there. Here comes George Hurst chasing through. Schmidt really well off his line. Good goalkeeping that. This has opened up nicely now. So Southampton lead 1-0. And as I tweeted earlier today, if Southampton win tonight, they overtake Middlesbrough on goal difference. Middlesbrough have not been out of the top four since August the 15th. Southampton haven't been in the top four since August the 15th. Switcheroony right now with that Kyle Laring goal. And Saints lead. Well, Mattassi were beaten by Ali. Hits the shot. Great strike. Tipped over by Walton. Pompey coming strong. Great strike that by Ali. He's put it down the middle of the goal, but, he's miles out. Look good here, Portsmouth. It's a good save that by Walton. He's got to deal with that. Little bit swerve away. Would have needed a bit more to fly in the top corner. Good save by Walton. Corner, Pompey. In it comes left-footed. And there's a whistle gone. I've got no idea why. Christian Walton gives a thumb up to the referee. Of course he does. He got the decision. It's an absolute mess from Ipswich. The lead up to that chance for Ali. They do look a bit... not 1,000% laser focused tonight, Town. But Furlong gave it away, and then Mattassi gave it away in the space of about 3 seconds. Kipray, outside of the foot, poked in to Clark. Cleared away. Segacic, good hold. Yeah, look good here. Last 5 minutes again, Pompey. Overall, they've been the better side since about minute 10. Created the openings. But remember that watch along we did Pompey versus Derby, where Pompey looked toothless and Derby just nicked a goal and won the game at a canter, didn't they? McAteer down the right. Crosses in. Linesman's flagged that as a Portsmouth throw-in. Coming up half hour. Southampton lead 1-0 over at St Mary's. They're going to be going up to 4th place. They're currently 4 points behind Ipswich. If Pompey were to score, that would obviously drop to 3 points. Mattassi pokes that back to O'Shea, who's trying to drive his team forward. Greaves, Kipray. All knocked into the box. Nunes couldn't quite bring that one down. He gives the thumb up. Kipray's looked pretty creative when he's got the ball, actually. Played Clark in a couple of times nicely. Little dink over the top. It's not dink, is it? Little flighted ball over the top there to Nunes. Poor bit of control, actually, from Nunes. Shins it away. If he brings it down, he's in on goal. Walton's got it at the back. He's going to go long here, try and get Ipswich up the pitch. Nope, he's gone into Kipray. Walton. O'Shea. Furlong. Nicely worked. Some semblance of a pattern of play from Ipswich. Been fairly rare, hasn't it? Last 20 minutes. Greaves on the left. Greaves into Clark. Nice take. Clark drifts inside. Oh, Clark, lovely feed. Superb play. Hurst gets out of his feet. Shot charge down. I think he probably had touch hit there, Hurst, and he took one more. Brilliant from Clark. You always know he's going to do that drift. And then look at that little feed. Hurst's touch takes him back away from the goal. If he can just kill that ball dead, he's got a shot from just by the penalty spot, but he doesn't. And therefore his shot gets blocked out. Furlong goes home to Walton, who clears. Bishop was coming from an offside position. Reg Viewer, did you play a bit of footy in your younger days, Benny? You writing me off? You don't think I can play any more? Yeah, I did. I played a lot of footy in my younger days, actually. Happy days down the park every night, hey? No phones, no social media. Jumpers for goalposts, you love to see it. Yes. This charming Dan. Super chat. Oh, did I miss one from Mark as well? I'll read that one first. A Tuesday watch along, priceless. Big up, Ben. Thank you, Mark. He's a great supporter of the channel. And I think we're 5 for 5 now with Dan's one there. Do you think we should sign Dan Neil on a permanent? Something tells me I don't know. And I think, here comes Clark inside the box. Pack's just going to nick it off him and then kick it against him and win a goal kick. Something tells me Clark. Right, let me start that over. Do I think it should sign Dan Neil on a permanent? I think the agents are trying to just run down the contract and get a bidding market in the summer. So, no. I'm not seeing it at the moment. I think he's performing the Lewis Travis role. The lonely midfielder at the end of a championship season. Thank you to our wonderful super chatters. Gaffer, Dave, Dan, Mark, and this charming Dan as well. I count 5. You're telling me it's only saying 4. I'm happy. We're there. Clark knocks that in to Kipray. Switched out to the other wing. O'Shea to Matasiwa, who spins. Neil. O'Shea. Matasiwa. Oh, nice little turn on the edge of the box. And a foul and a yellow card coming out for Marlon Pack. Good ball by Matasiwa. It's a great turn by McAteer. Little clip of the ankle there from Pack, who's a wily old player, knew exactly what he was doing there. Unfortunately for him, the ref's about 6 yards away. Free kick Ipswich. McAteer and Nunes discussing it. Nunes has been left alone. Is he going to have a shot or is he going to cross this? I think he's going to shoot. He's looking at the cross and he's looking at the goal. They're not lined up particularly well for a cross, are they? Nunes, he does cross it. Eyebrows on the near post. It's going out for a corner. I think John Swift got there. And I assume Nunes will be heading over to take this one. Nunes, right-footed, in-swinger. Right under the bar. Good goalkeeping, that. Under duress there. Schmidt punches it away. Does really well. Pompey trying to break away. Fair play. Nunes is all the way back. Last man after taking the corner. And gets back and clears that. Big boot down the ground. Ali chases it. That's going to be a foul, isn't it? Yeah. Ali gets the shot away. He knows he's bumped his man off the ball there. He's looked dangerous though, Ali, hasn't he? On loan from Luton. Actually, fair play to him. He knocked Kipre off the ball, and Kipre is bloody huge. Rare example, I was going to say, of a player being loaned up a division and, doing fairly well. Obviously, Luton relegated with parachute payments, so a wage bill probably to trim. Still made a massive profit, by the way, if you look at the accounts. But, yeah, there's having parachute payments and there's spending parachute payments. Jack Clark has been whistled there. He argues he was just protecting the ball. If I say I agree with him, people will say I'm biased, so I won't say that. Just stepped across, was it Devlin? Gets whistled. Free kick, Pompey. Go on, C. Marty, thank you. £2 on the super chat. Larin Peretz, total option to buy 12 million, no brainer. Get him in there, especially Peretz. He's been great, hasn't he? The keeper for Saints. Benjamin Bloom, that was a clever way to say you agree. I rate that. I didn't say I agreed. Clark tries to step over that and spin Devlin. He's given that away in a bad position. Segacic into the box. Segacic, that's poor. 4 Pompey players in the box there, and he drags the shot near post. Jack Clark's about to get yelled at by Kieran McKenna. Don't lose it there. Oh, dear. I love Clark, but that was very silly, wasn't it? Very silly from Segacic. Look at that. He's got a player over on the back stick, one in the 6-yard box, one on the penalty spot, and one arriving on the edge of the box. And he's not interested in giving the ball to any of them. YouTube updates to 5 to 5 with the 6th super chat. That's strange. Yeah, thank you for the super chats. We're there. Let's just go like that. We don't need any more super chats. You can if you want. It's very kind. But we've hit the target. Bishop has been whistled for wrestling with Dara O'Shea, who takes a free kick quickly to Matas Siwa. Furlong. Kipre. Clark goes home to Walton. Southampton 1, Blackburn 0 in our other championship game tonight. It was just a bit messy last couple of minutes there. Walton shanks that. Clark tries to help him out, but it's given straight back to Pompey. Nice sliding tackle there. Greaves, make defenders defend though. Pompey playing the channels. Trying to restart quickly after the ball goes out of play. You've got to admire it. Clark slides in there. No foul given. And look at it to the second ball there. Brilliantly won back there by Dazelle. And Pompey on top here. Dazelle. Good ball. Swift. Oh, loads of space for Devlin. Nice opening for Pompey. That's poor. Poor cross. Oh, they really opened Ipswich up there. Dazelle, excellent. Drifts in from the left. Puts the ball across. Swift. And look, there's another problem with Greaves playing at fullback. Look how narrow he's got there. That is not a natural fullback position to take up. Sucked in right across over at centre-back. Andy, thank you very, very much. Need more. We're cracking away on the Super Chats. Thank you, guys. Corner comes in! And there is the opening goal. Headed in by Shaughnessy. A free header inside the 6-yard box. And Portsmouth lead. And they've had various parts of this game where they have been on top and have been the better side. So you can't say that is an undeserved lead. Dara Shea's just called a team huddle there. And Ipswich bit flat tonight. And Portsmouth, yeah, you can't say they don't deserve that. Can you? I mean, it's poor in terms of set play, free header, 6-yard box. It's George Hurst, is it? Who loses him? Yeah, it's dreadful bit of marking from Hurst. Doesn't look at the ball once. Got his arms around Shaughnessy. Loses him. Shaughnessy heads the ball in the goal. Not George Hurst's finest hour, that one, is it? Everybody else has got their man. And Portsmouth have got the lead. Pompey 1, Ipswich 0. Shaughnessy with the goal. And that tightens things up in the top 6. John Massinio, all smiles, understandably. So, as things stand, Ipswich second, 75 points. Millwall third, 73. Southampton will only be 3 points behind Ipswich as things stand. Down at the bottom, and I mean, if there's a Leicester angle here, Pompey are currently 7 points now ahead of Leicester with 4 to play. Southampton have just gone 2-0 up against Blackburn as well. Ipswich have got to get their heads here. They can't let this go 2-0 before half-time. And Pompey are at it here. Ali cuts back inside. Cross floated in. It's a good one. Pat climbing. Oh, they're going to score a second, surely. Yes, they have. Oh, I said in the build-up to that attack, Ipswich have got to get their heads together, and they may have just thrown this game away. That's really poor from Ipswich, and it's 2-0 to Pompey. That ball was bimbling about inside the 6-yard box over and over again, and I've got to say, you could see it, couldn't you? Pompey smelt blood. I said in the build-up to that attack, they are at it here. Ali's been excellent. He puts the cross in, and it's pretty hapless. There's lots of chances to clear the ball. It bounces about, pinball, bang, 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 and it ends up with Bishop sticking it in to the back of the net. It's Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 0, and they just needed to get to half-time. Offside looks... Yeah, if Swift doesn't challenge for the first ball, then that's onside. It's blocked on the line, and yeah, Ipswich just chasing their tails. That is a horrendous 2 minutes for Ipswich. They could have thrown the game there, and look, it's a game in hand, but that could have big, big implications in the promotion race. Bishop getting a lot of grief in the chat, even from Pompey fans, has stuck the ball in the back of the net. Kieran McKenna looks disgusted with that, and I'm not surprised. They just needed to focus up until half-time there, Ipswich, and that is really, really poor, isn't it? And it's 2-0 to Pompey. 1 minute of stoppage time. Here they come again, actually. Segacic, Ipswich need half-time like anything now. Segacic, they're going to win a corner. My God. Pompey have scored twice in, 42 to 44. So twice in 3 minutes. And they have a corner. And Shaughnessy is up for this one as well. I wonder if Hurst will actually look at the ball this time. He hasn't so far. Referee's having a word with those two. Right, here comes the corner. Walton catches it, and that is going to be half-time. Ooh. A horrendous end to the first half by Ipswich Town. It looked like it was getting a sleepy first half performance. You've got to give Portsmouth credit as that first half rattled around into the 10-20 minute mark. Pompey were on top in the game. Ipswich had a little 5-minute rally or so, but then Pompey comes strong again at the end of the first half. They score a free header from a corner. You could feel it coming, couldn't you? You could feel the game swaying in Pompey's direction. It's poor from Hurst, isn't it? Doesn't look at the ball once, lets Shaughnessy go from the corner. He heads it in from pretty much point-blank range. You have to say that wasn't the first chance Pompey had, was it? Williams, the fullback, got in the box. He kind of puts a shot in, and if Bishop gets any kind of touch on that, he probably scores. Segicic had a chance before as well on the near post. Ipswich were warned. They go 1-0 down, and then, I've got to say, it's really bad from Ipswich. That's where you need the leaders on the pitch to stand up and say, right, calm down, get to half-time, reset. The last thing you want to do here is go 2-0 down and Pompey score from the next attack. It's really poor game management from Ipswich. You have to say that. Ali, who's looked lively, gets into the box. And Ipswich just at 6s and 7s. They don't look comfortable defending the cross, do they? Bimbles about, bounces around, and just needed someone to stick their foot through it. And that is exactly what Colby Bishop does. And he makes it 2-0. And Ipswich have a mountain to climb here at Pompey. It's not impossible. Remember the Stoke game, they were 2 down at half-time. Didn't win that game, but they got themselves 3-2 up, didn't they? So, and Ipswich did get their first comeback victory of the season in the game against, who was that against? Birmingham, wasn't it? So, I don't know, there's some form, but yeah, they have given themselves a lot to do here. Over in the other game, Southampton 2, Blackburn 0. Kyle Larin and Ryan Manning are the goal scorers there. So up at the top of the table, I mean, it's working out nicely for Southampton, isn't it? They'll only be 3 points behind Ipswich if everything stays the same. And it now needs 2-goal swings in both of the games for things to change drastically. Down at the bottom, this could be absolutely massive for Portsmouth, who would overtake Blackburn. Of course, Blackburn are 2 down. Amazingly, look at that. 12 wins apiece, 12 draws apiece. The goal difference would be minus 14 apiece, and they'd be tied on 48 points. Portsmouth would have a game in hand, though. But the real quiz is Pompey would move 4 points clear of the relegation zone. And when you're doing any maths about league tables, always look at 4 points. That's the spare game. Forget goal difference. Forget everything else. 4 points means, okay, you can lose a game and nothing changes. Well, things get closer, but you're not going to be dropping anywhere if you've got a 4 point gap above relegation. Wow, what an end to the first half that was. I am going to take a break. If you are a lovely person on TikTok, I'm going to close this stream down right now, and I'll be back for the second half. So we'll see you TikTokers very, very soon. And we'll run the halftime stinger here on YouTube. Get your comments in, get your questions in. I'm going to make I'm not going to make a drink. I'm going to have a Diet Coke. But I'm going to use the facilities, and I will return in 5 minutes. Fill those comments up with sensible stuff, preferably not lots of emojis. And I will see you in 5 minutes. Half time here. Pompey 2, Ipswich 0. Welcome back, everybody. Half time in a championship. Well, reschedule plus a game that's been moved forward. It is Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 0 at Fratton Park. It is Southampton 2, Blackburn 0 at half time over at St Mary's. We got League One action. They were all 7:45s. Those ones. Bolton 3, Stevenage 0. Now, these are all 50, 55 minutes old. Huddersfield 1, Cardiff 0, Orient 0. Mansfield 0, Port Vale 0, Barnsley 0, Wigan 2, Rotherham 0 down in League One. Let us know if you're across any of these games. And let's do ourselves a like spike here wherever you guys are watching. If you're down there on TikTok, hello to you guys. If you're up here, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter. If you see anything that looks like that, hit it right now. Let's do a like spike. Support the stream. Hit thumbs up. You've got 11 seconds. Away you go. Thank you for the amazing support. We've just gone over 100 likes. That means the absolute world there. 103 likes. You are wonderful. Thank you to the wonderful people who super chatted in the first half. Lots of those as well. Gaffer, Dave, this charming Dan did too. What a legend. Thank you. Mark, C. Marty, Andy. Thank you, everybody. And a big thank you to the big boys over at Betfred for looking after our watch-alongs this season. You can see me on the Sportsman Untitled podcast. Betfred look after us here. I appear on the Sportsman. I was on there yesterday with the brilliant, he was excellent, wasn't he? Chris from Chat with Chaps. Excellent Millwall content creator over there. So really, really appreciate that. Shall we read some comments? Any questions, any comments that are vaguely sensible? Emotions running high. I've got a super chat to read. I'll read that. Sorry, you have to prioritise this. Ben, which team relegated, in your opinion, will struggle the most next season in the Championship? So who we got? Burnley and Wolves so far. And then, probably not Leeds now. Spurs, West Ham or Forest. I mean, Burnley are going to struggle the most out of that lot. But then Burnley might be really, really good, mightn't they? So I'll say Burnley for now until I know who the third are. But there's every chance if it's Spurs or West Ham or Forest, then, yeah, they could be scoring 100 points, couldn't they? And not around in the Championship for very long. Is it fruit fly season already here in lovely Bedfordshire? I hope not. Thank you, Aconite Universe, for the super chat there. Right, have I got anything calm, measured and worth reading in the chat? Thank you very, very much. I swear Wolves are already relegated. I don't think mathematically they are, but they are basically down. Louis on TikTok, Russ Martin, good appointment for Bristol City. I mean, I always like Russ Martin. I know he splits opinion. I haven't seen the second Southampton goal here. Nicely taken. Followed up by Ryan Manning. He's in the box. They clear it out. Hits it first time. That's the left back in the box. I think that sums up where Southampton are at right now, doesn't it? Which part of Bedfordshire am I in? I'm in a lovely place called Wixhams. Wixams. Medy 7. Or what have you. Righty-hoey. Second half about to begin. We're just on the last ad break here. Let us know how you see this all playing out now. Southampton 2-0 up. Portsmouth 2-0 up as well. Kieran McKenna takes his seat. presumably, after a few stiff words in the dressing room for... I mean, look, Portsmouth were good. You got to give them that. But that was a brain-dead end to the first half from Ipswich, wasn't it? Come on. The rain lashes down. I'm not seeing any substitutions yet. Pompey just making Ipswich wait. And out they come. Yeah, I'm not seeing any changes, so let's reset. And give you the teams one more time. Pompey, Schmidt, Devlin, Williams, Shaughnessy, Poole, Pack, Dazelle, Ali, Swift, Segicic, Bishop. For Ipswich, Walton, Furlong, O'Shea, Greaves, Kipray, Matasiwa, Neal, Clark, Nunez, McAteer, Hurst. Right, we are off and running in the second half, and Ipswich have the proverbial mountain to climb. Can they do it? Portsmouth just need to concede one goal or fewer, and they will pick up a priceless 3 points here. The ball is back with Schmidt. Goes long. It's back with Schmidt again. In that game against Stoke, when Ipswich were in this position, they were really at it right from the start of the second half. Devlin's just walking gingerly away. And Marlon Pack's going to hurl this one in. Attacking throw in for Pompey. Yeah, he just throws it down the line to Segicic. Back to Pack. Nice cross, right footed. Good ball, that. It's gone loose in the box again. Shades of that... second goal. This time it goes loose and Ipswich managed to pick it up. Rain lashing down on the south coast. Kipray switch play out to Furlong. Furlong inside to O'Shea. Kipray. Walton back to O'Shea. Wigan 3, Rotherham 0 in League One. Gary Caldwell's gone in there, done a good job. Looks like he's going to keep Wigan away from the relegation zone there. O'Shea. Kipray clips that over the top. Lovely take by Nunez. McAteer. McAteer sorts his feet out, puts the ball across, but he'd been taken to the byline. It's an easy gather for Schmidt. McAteer has gone into the advertising board by the look of it. Ouch. Head first as well. Just putting his head back on straight. Long goal kick, shoving the back from Bishop is whistled. Rotherham are getting relegated tonight. Is that mathematically what's happening in League One? I must admit, I'm not across it. Trying to do too many things at once here. Furlong. Back into O'Shea. Pompey have got the pressing still working well. Ipswich haven't managed to build up any sense of possession or any play in the centre of the pitch. McAteer goes down. Stevenage have got one back at Bolton. League One. Bolton 3, Stevenage 1. Played into the centre there. And again, Marlon Pack and the boys in the centre there for Pompey eating it up. They've got control of this game as things stand. Portsmouth, Ipswich need to really make something happen. Pattern of the first 5 minutes of this half is that is not going to be the case. But lots of time. Lots of things can change. Big switch of play over here. Out it goes. Possession handed back to Portsmouth. $50 gone. 2-0 Pompey. Here's McAteer in the 10. Knocks it forward to Hurst. Hurst miscontrols and the ball is turned over. Williams goes home to Schmidt, who's looked nice and solid at the back with all his distribution. And also not afraid to just boot it down the pitch when necessary. Clark tries to spin Devlin, who does well. Battles and wins that. Foul on Bishop, is it? No, it's gone loose. Nunes can't control it. There's an early one forward. Segicic gives chase. That's good from Walton. Off his line. Do not lose that there. Ooh, crikey. O'Shea took a chance. It came off and he feeds it through. And again, Hurst is having one of those 20-minute periods where nothing's going for him there. It was a good bit of play by O'Shea. Although they've won it back high up here, Portsmouth. Is that going to fall for Bishop? Oh, he's played it backwards. Why did he do that? He had Ali over his shoulder. This is getting a bit basketball-y now. Not entirely sure whether that suits either side, really, but entertaining if you're a neutral. Bolton 4, Stevenage 1. Into the box comes Segicic. He's got loads of space. Crikey. He's going to fall for Bishop. Blocked there. Big chance for Pompey. The first decent chance of the second half. Could have been 3-0, that one. This was really cagey for 5 minutes. And the last couple of minutes has just been carnage. Complete basketball. Totally open. Both teams stretched both ends. That was a good chance for Bishop, wasn't it? Massively at sea down that left-hand side where Leif Davis is not. And look at that for a chance. It's a good block by Kipre. Slides in. Good chance for Bishop, though. Nunes up the other end. McAteer. McAteer comes off his line. Ipswich just haven't looked like scoring for the longest time now, have they? No shots on target in this game yet for Town. Pompey have obviously scored twice. Neil. O'Shea down the right to Furlong. McAteer. Neil spins back the other way. Little clip into the box where Greaves is arriving. Takes up a good position. Chests it back to Jack Clark. Clark to Matasiwa. Nunes. Matasiwa digs that out to Furlong. Little one down the line to McAteer. Furlong. Good defending by Pompey. Ipswich patient. Nunes. Kipray. Stacked defence ahead of him. Kipray gets it back off Greaves. Matasiwa. Furlong. Give and go with McAteer. And it's going to come to nothing. Ali, the left winger, back. Touch tight. Gets his body in the way. Here's that chance again for Bishop. I don't think there was ever any danger of that being a penalty. Had his arm up, Kipray, but I think it came off the body. I'd need to see another view of that. Schmidt goes long. We're about to get the cavalry off the bench from Kieran McKenna. He's waited 10 minutes. Ipswich haven't been that great in that 10 minutes. Portsmouth have had the best chance. And he's going to make the changes right here, right now. Matasiwa. That sums it up, doesn't it? Flying out of defence there. Paul slides in and just alive to it, wins it. The Pompey crowd will love that, won't they? Schmid. Big boot down the ground, headed back by Furlong. 2. Christian Walton. Furlong tries to play that inside. The fullback there, Williams, does well, slides in. Furlong's fouled Ali. Do you know what? Right now, Portsmouth are not losing a single battle in this game, are they? If it's the pressing, running, tackling battle in midfield, if it's running the channels, wingers against fullbacks, if it's aerial, they're winning every battle in this second half. Treble substitution. Here they come. Ben Johnson, Anis Mehmeti and Jaden Philogene in. McAteer, Furlong, Matasiwa out. So I'm guessing Nunes has gone central midfield. Mehmeti's going to go into the 10. Johnson's going to play right back. It's a massively attacking substitution. Philogene will play down the right wing. Will it make a difference? Can they pick up the tempo of this game and make an impact? The 3 substitutes. You'd think there'd be more goals in this game now that change has been made. Which end? I don't know. Throw in Pompey down the right. It's back with Pack. Dazelle. Fed into Ali. Oh, Ali's picked out a nice cross to Segacic. He's just headed it wide of the post. Oh, never mind the treble substitution. Immediately, Pompey make another chance. And I think Ali's got to be the man of the match if you were deciding it right now. I mean, Segacic might be like a few inches offside, but the point stands. It's a nice little dink over the top. Diving header, beats the keeper. Wide of the post. And at the moment now, if I had to pick who's scoring next, Portsmouth in this game, isn't it? Despite the mega treble substitution we just seen from Ipswich, those players have got to pick up. And Ipswich turned the ball over again. It's a poor performance, this, from Ipswich. Really poor. Portsmouth will be deserving of the win if things stay the same. Big boot forward by Kipre. Hurst tries to pull it out the sky. Decent enough effort. Hoiked clear though. Here's Ali again. Get him on the ball if you're a Pompey fan. That's all you want to see, isn't it? O'Shea steps across, deals with him better than he's been dealt with for the majority of the game. It's excellent from O'Shea, who was superb, wasn't he, at the weekend. First touch for Philogene. Johnson, dearie me, deep cross. Forgive me, when Johnson came on, I said he's going to play right back. Clearly he's not. He's playing left back. And again, Ipswich missing Leif Davis there. So who's playing right back then? Dara O'Shea is now playing right back. This is the strangest looking Ipswich setup you've ever seen, I think. O'Shea right back, Johnson left back, Nunes in central midfield. Oh, that is hopeless, isn't it? Unforced error there from Johnson. I said these subs have got to pick up the pace of the game, and Portsmouth are not allowing that to happen. $61 gone. Ipswich throw in down the left. Worked into Neil in central midfield. Mehmeti, I think it's first touch for him, carries that one forward. Clark. Neil. Excuse me. Mehmeti. Nunes. Johnson. Neil. Hurst. Good football, Ipswich. Mehmeti drills the shot. Big block there by Regan Paul. Much better from Ipswich, although the bar is low. Foul by Neil on Dazelle. And Kieran McKenna's going again. Egerly is getting ready to come on. Not entirely sure where he's going to put him or what the strategy's going to be. I think it's just change as many players as you can at the moment, isn't it? Ball goes direct from Pompey. Throw in to Ipswich. Left back area. Here comes O'Shea. Playing it right back now. Ooh, careful. He's probably going to get a yellow card for that, is he, O'Shea? Jack Clark's arguing the toss. I thought O'Shea was lucky to get away without a A yellow there. Ball had run away from him. See so many yellow cards when a player gets a heavy touch and they just dive in. Try and make it up, don't they? Overcook it. Oosh. Yellow card. Bishop. Not entirely sure what he's trying there. Scoops the ball out of play. Here is Mehmeti. Clark. Nunes, nice little feed into the box. Hurst crosses back post. Philogene chest down. Philogene engages. Shot blocked. Corner. Ipswich. Nunes to take, and it comes right-footed. 3 Pompey players at the near post, easily headed out. Clark tries to recycle. Neil. Philogene, edge of the box, holds on to it. Where's he going? Clark. Blocked out and cleared away. Comes to nothing. Long one over the top. Headed out. Ipswich finally putting some pressure on in the second half here. Bolton 5, Stevenage 1 in League 1. Johnson to Philogene. Back to Johnson. He's going to have to cross left-footed. He's won a corner, as he? No, he hasn't. Deflected into the keeper's arms. Well, that's worked through nicely to Mehmeti. Clark overlaps him. Nunes hits the shot from long range straight down the keeper's throat. That may be the first shot on target Ipswich have had in this game. Catching practice. Paul. Not back to Schmidt, who goes long, tries to find Ali. It goes out of play. And Ipswich will restart. Looks like Keshi Anderson is going to come on for Pompey. John Messino, as you can imagine, loathed to mess with this team because they have played very well. He doesn't want to disrupt anything. Johnson. Neil. Did Egley come in the end, or are we still waiting for that one? He was definitely being gotten ready, wasn't he? Greaves. Philogene. V's Segicic. Cross is charged down, and Portsmouth are going to clear their lines. Coming together edge of the box, but we continue. Ali down the left. Clark gets back. Gets in the way. Pack strong. And he goes back into Shaughnessy. Pack again. Williams. Dazelle. Portsmouth looking after the ball nicely here. Oh, it's worked into the box. Crikey. Their linesman waited until Segacic made a challenge for the ball then, and the flag obviously only then went up when he went into the box. How tight was that? Not very. He's miles offside. John Swift is all finished here. I guess he's going to come out for Keshi Anderson. Whether or not he'll drop into the 10 position. Maybe Segacic will go across and Anderson will play wide. Don't know. We'll find out. Crikey. So McKenna has just brought in Egerly and Akpom for Neil and Clark. I think Ipswich's formation at the moment is like 4-6, basically. Akpom. Egerly. Home to Schmidt. Oh, he gets a bit lucky with that one. I said his distribution has been good all night. That's probably the first one he shanked. She went in between two red shirts and went safe. Here comes Johnson down the left-hand side. Philogene, edge of the box, crowded out. Well played. Again, Pompey. Here's Kipray. Bishop hits the deck. No foul given. Ben, do you think Southampton have an outside chance of getting second? Well, of course they have an outside chance. Relies on Ipswich collapsing. Remember, Ipswich need to win 3 out of the last 6, basically. But they don't want everything to be riding on that head-to-head away at Southampton. Saints doing their part. They're just winning, aren't they? And yeah, if Ipswich collapse, I mean, what are Ipswich like? 8-9 unbeaten going into today. So this is the first signs of it, but you never know. You never know. Greaves. Kipray. Ipswich just haven't looked like scoring in the second half. Hurst holds it up. Kipray. Kipray gets it back. Portsmouth pressing and defending really well. No Ipswich player has had any time on the ball whatsoever in this second half. Knocked into Ali, who flicks it on. O'Shea's got it right back. Kipre. Knocked in. Akpom got a touch on it. Shot driven by Mehmeti wide of the post. Opened up reasonably well. Kind of just booted down the middle of the pitch by Kipre. Excuse me, it wasn't Akpom, it was Johnson. Kind of miscontrolled it into Mehmeti's path. Yeah, you can see there, just drags the shot wide with the right foot. There are two teams playing in this game. I know a lot of the comments are about Ipswich, but Pompey will move on to 48 points as things stand. Normally, 48 points with 4 games to go. You're safe by miles. Not this season. Free kick, Pompey. Anderson wins it off Kipre. Segacic and Pack over it. Here's Anderson. Egley booted clear. Yeah, lots of people telling me about teams that got relegated with high totals. I said normally, that's the key word, you'd be well safe with 48 points. 10-year averages normally bring it out. You need 45, 46 to survive. Of course, you get outlier years, but again, the sentence started with the word normally. Shall I say on average, if that helps? You'd be way safe with... And also, I didn't say with 48 points. I said 48 points at 42 games. I mean, crikey. But there are always outliers. One by Williams there. O'Shea, probably one Ipswich player there who might come out of this not hanging his head in shame. Philigene's controlled it. Devlin breathing down his neck sums up the Pompey defensive work. .77 gone. I don't have the sound up, but we're getting close-ups of Pompey fans, presumably being very noisy. Enjoying this one. 12 to go plus stoppage time. Portsmouth deserved the win, don't they? Would only be some crazy turnaround. Millwall Holdings, nice to come on a site with no nasty comments. Well, I've had to delete quite a few, put it that way. We try to get people, kind people, focusing on the game, but yeah, it's been a struggle. Some have really struggled, but I try my best. Philogene on the dribble. Again, no space there. In goes the cross, eyebrows on it near post, going to be a corner for Ipswich. PSG have scored, apparently. In the Champions League, Liverpool 0, PSG 1. That is 3-0 to the French team on aggregate. Corner, Pompey. And sorry, Nunes put the corner in. And puts the follow up, left-footed, into the Ipswich fans. Behind the goal. I'm amazed how many Coventry fans are very much across this game. And seem to be very, very happy. Coventry basically need to draw one of their last 4 games. And they'll be promoted. And they would need to basically probably win one more game to win the title. But, yeah. Here comes Hurst. Egley into the box. He'll go on his left foot, won't he? Yeah, predictable. Blocked out. Nunes. Oh, don't lose that there. Nunes is going in the book. He knows it. Loses the ball, commits the foul. We are here for you, Ben. Well, thank you very, very much indeed. Free kick, Pompey. Which allows the blue shirts to all move up the pitch. Keeper's going to come and knock this one forward. Cleared away. But worked into midfield. Lovely ball down the line by Pack, but Ali is offside. Shea knocks it back to Walton. We got 81:40 on the clock. And a yellow card comes out for Devlin. Ref had done well to keep the cards in the pocket. Now they're coming out. Free kick goes long. Easily shepherded back to Schmidt. Ooh, where's that going from Kipray? Headed it back to Walton there, who stepped onto his right foot. It goes the other side. That'd have just about summed up Ipswich's night, that, wouldn't it? Own goal to send everybody home happy, yeah? Hurst pulls that one down. O'Shea. Oh, Cardiff, a 95th minute equaliser. I mean, Cardiff are pretty much up anyway, but Huddersfield 1, Cardiff 1 in League One might damage Huddersfield's playoff chances are there. Shaughnessy. Schmidt hits that one long. O'Shea heads away. And Portsmouth, to be fair, keeping up their pressing quite brilliantly, I have to say. Jacob Brown is coming on. Mousinho, very smart with the subs here, just one at a time, not wanting to disrupt the rhythm of his team. He's taking Segacic out and bringing Brown in. You're not going to see any double treble subs. And Kieran McKenna tried to just completely shake it up with a treble. Segacic out, good game from him. Fed down the line, out it goes. Portsmouth 5 minutes plus stoppage time to see this out. O'Shea throws it in to Kipre. Nunes goes home. Bishop's still charging around up there. Again, I'm labouring the point, but the Portsmouth off-the-ball work tonight has been very strong, hasn't it? Since they got that lead, they have defended it for their lives, haven't they? And I mean on the front foot, pressing people. Kipre. Nunes. O'Shea, Clark. Sorry, Mehmeti, excuse me. Clark's out, isn't he? Nunes. Greaves. Philogene. Philogene crosses. Near post, headed away. Nunes. Goes back to Walton again. Portsmouth. Solid. Get it out of dodge. Nice cross in from O'Shea there. And yeah, Hurst has not had a good game tonight. He heads it wide. It was a difficult chance, but this is great from O'Shea. Touch. Cross. There's no pressure on him, actually. Southampton 3, Blackburn 0. Saints go 3-0 up. For win number 7 in a row in all comps. 6 in a row. I think I've got my numbers right there for Southampton. As they continue to fly up the table. Southampton going into the top 4 for the first time since August the 15th. Middlesbrough exiting the top 4 for the first time since August the 15th. How about that? Still in Ipswich's hands, but if you get an Ipswich collapse, Southampton looking pretty handy, aren't they? Still 3 wins for Ipswich from their remaining 5 games after this one. Means all their rivals would have to score maximum points, or any of their rivals, to get by them. I think we've seen the Southampton goal picture in picture here. Little lay back. Was it Archer? I think the chat was saying. Could finish that, actually. Drilled in, right foot into the corner. Boom! Out comes the bow from the Archer. Brown's trying to hold it in the corner. Jacob, we're only at 87 minutes, lad, or 88 now. Bit early for that. Southampton will only be 3 points behind Ipswich, having played a game more after tonight, assuming there's no miracles happening in either game late on. Williams, Ali, he'd probably be my man of the match, Ali or Pack, in this one. We'll see what... Is it Sam, actually? Anyone watching on Sky? Is it Parkin on Co-Coms? See who he picks. He'll pick a striker, won't he? Let me know who he picks. Throw in, Pompey. Massinho applauds. He's got to be delighted with his team tonight, hasn't he? We're into the final minute of regulation time. Probably 4 or 5 minutes stoppage time given. No goals in the second half, but lots and lots of substitutes. Header flicked on. Anderson trying to chase it. Ball goes back to Walton. Long diag. Philogene not going to keep that in. And yeah, 4 minutes stoppage time. Philogene needs to calm down here now. Yellow card is out. I assume that is for Jaden Philogene. There might be one for Reagan Poole. Frustration boiling over. And what that has done is killed the first 30 seconds of stoppage time. Philogene goes in of the book. Yeah, he's banged to rights, actually. It's frustration, and it just kicks the ball at Devlin in the corner there. Fairly uncontroversial decision, to be honest. A stony-faced Kieran McKenna looks on. They've got to reset and forget this one pretty quickly, Ipswich, haven't they? They've been pretty terrible. O'Shea plays that in long to Hurst. Hurst holds it. Egley crosses left-footed back stick. Philogene can't win it in the air. It's headed out to Nunes. Philogene. Philogene's still got it. Knocks it back to Mehmeti, edge of the box. Mehmeti crosses in, headed downwards. And I mean, they deserve a clean sheet, Pompey. That's a hell of a clearance off the line, isn't it? Excellent cross, headed down by O'Shea. And is it Paul who gets it over the bar from his own goal line? Philogene hits the shot. Schmidt, good save. Ipswich waking up here in minute 93. Nice feet from Philogene. Seen that goal a few times. Doesn't quite get it in the corner there, does he? Good strike. Decent save by Schmidt. Sees it all the way. Two hands behind it. It's going to be another corner. Or is it not? Ali's going out. Has Sam given his man of the match yet on the telly? He's definitely got to be in the conversation, hasn't he? Boat is coming in. We have just over a minute and a half of minimum stoppage time remaining. And there you go. If that was Sam Parkin, he's right. Ali's got man of the match. That's who I would have picked as well. Corner eventually comes in. Bobbling about the box. Kipre nearly goes with a high foot. About 15 seconds minimum stoppage time left. We're probably going to go up to, I don't know. We might go up to 95 minutes, but it's all academic here. It's one of those where you're thinking Ipswich could play until 12 and they're probably not scoring tonight, are they? Dear oh me. Big smile on John Harley's face there. Fair play. They've nailed it tonight, haven't they, Portsmouth? Ball goes long. We await the full-time whistle. And there it is. Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 0. A game that should have taken place, twice before. I think it was January the 4th. Ice the first time, was it? Rain the second time. Whatever happened, the game didn't take place. Shoehorned in now, after round 42 of the Championship. And let's call it as it is, a very convincing win for Portsmouth. Nothing smash and grabby, nothing fluky about that. Well deserved. Ipswich didn't turn up, first of all, but an absolutely brain dead last 5 minutes of the first half killed the game. But I don't want to be unfair on Portsmouth because, yeah, it was a terrible end to the first half from Ipswich. But then Portsmouth were comfortable, weren't they, in the second half and kept Ipswich at arm's length despite Kieran McKenna making sub after sub and throwing in player after player. McKenna holds his hands up. He knows that was poor from Ipswich, and Pompey just very, very much deserved that win, didn't they? Ebbed and flowed a bit in the first half. I thought, 10-minute, 5-minute periods. But Ipswich never really created anything, did they? Hurst took on a shot when if he leaves it behind him, Clark probably gets a shot on. And then as the first half ticks on, there's Pompey start making a couple of chances. Williams swings that one in where if Bishop gets a touch on it, he probably scores. Segacic in a good position, kind of drags it wide. Ali starts to get into the game and he ends up winning the man of the match. I think Parkins picked it on the TV and I totally agree. It was really lively, Ali on the left wing. And then you see Pompey start to grow into the game, head it, kick it, chase it, and they start to control the game, Portsmouth, and Ipswich can't get on the ball. And then you gradually see everything all starting to be played in Ipswich's defensive half. And then just to end the half, I mean, it's dreadful from Ipswich, but Portsmouth smell blood. Watch back the watch along what I say, literally 30 seconds before the second goal. But we've got to deal with the first goal first, which is horrendously defended by George Hurst, who obviously was a hero, scored the second goal at Carrow Road in Ipswich's first away win at Norwich in 20 years, first derby double in 33 years. But he's not watching the ball. He's doing the Premier League wrestling thing from the corner. He's got his back turned. Shaughnessy, too strong, wins the aerial battle and then just has a free header from 6 yards from an in-swinging corner. Not good enough defensively from Ipswich. Shaughnessy goes, thank you very much, heads it into the net. And again, wind back the watch along. Ipswich really don't then stand up. You're just thinking, you're not playing well. You're away from home. It's Fratton Park. It's noisy. It's wet. It's difficult. Portsmouth are playing well. Get to half-time. Do not, under any circumstances, concede a second. But Portsmouth can smell it, can't they? And that's exactly what happens. Ipswich do concede a second. Ali is busy down the left-hand side. And it's one of those where the ball goes in the box and you just kind of know Ipswich aren't clearing it, are they? And there's one attempt, two attempt. It goes loose to Bishop. Bishop was getting a lot of stick, even from Pompey fans in the chat, saying, he doesn't score enough, he doesn't finish enough. Well, he couldn't miss this one. It's bouncing it back. And killer goal from, I think he's inside the 6-yard box. If he's not, he's just outside. I can't quite remember. I'd rather not replay it in my head, to be honest. And Bishop sticks it into the back of the net, and it's 2-0. And you think, if you're a Pompey fan, you're probably thinking, right, that has gone about as well as it could have done. But now surely Ipswich are going to come strong in the second half. Remember that game against Stoke where Ipswich found themselves 2-0 down? And they came really, really strong in the second half. They didn't win the game, but they got themselves 3-2 up, didn't they? It was a kind of interesting penalty call, wasn't it, to end the game 3-3. But just Portsmouth just really, really good in the second half. They keep the energy up. They keep the intensity up. They don't give Ipswich a second on the ball. Kieran McKenna waits about 10 minutes. You think Ipswich going to make some chances. Ipswich going to wake up. No to either of those. And then Bishop has a chance and Kieran McKenna thinks, come on, what's going on here? And he just goes scorched earth, doesn't he? In come Mehmeti, Johnson, Philogene on 58, and he does another 2, Egley and Akpom. But you can see he's just throwing players in. But Ipswich just don't get anything together, basically until stoppage time in the second half. And honestly, I thought Portsmouth looked quite comfortable, actually. Ipswich maybe left energy and emotion and all of that stuff, left with nothing in the tank after Sunday and the big win at Norwich. And yeah, there's chances right at the end in stoppage time. Philogene's the curler. O'Shea, who I actually thought played well. Across the board, Ipswich were pretty crap today, but O'Shea was fine and he moved out to right back and he kind of comes closest, doesn't he? And it's a great clearance. I think it's Paul, wasn't it? But at that point, Portsmouth deserved the clean sheet, didn't they? They deserved the win, deserved the clean sheet. Strangely, in the return game, Ipswich were completely dominant and it ended 2-1. Portsmouth scored right at the end. It would have been symmetry there, but Portsmouth get the clean sheet and they get the win. And I don't want to miss the Portsmouth side of this conversation. Now, obviously, Ipswich are at the in the top 2, and that's where the focus of the analysis tends to go. But Portsmouth were excellent and deserved to win the game. I think everybody watching that would agree with that. Ipswich were poor, but two things can be true. Portsmouth were excellent at the same time. It's not a zero-sum game. It's not one or the other. And 48 points from 42 games for Pompey. If you're a Leicester fan, you're watching that through your fingers, by the way, because Leicester are now 7 points behind Portsmouth with 4 games to go. Are Leicester going to catch Portsmouth? Doesn't look like it. Are Oxford going to catch Portsmouth? Because Pompey have now put a 4-point lead on Oxford. And of course, Blackburn were ahead of Pompey tonight. And the goal difference swung, didn't it, with that Southampton third goal. It was minus 14 apiece. Pompey now have a goal up on the goal difference as well. Minus 14 plays minus 15. Pompey in 19th on 48 points. Blackburn on 48, but with a goal difference fewer. Both of those two sides have a 4-point lead on Oxford. And I mean, what a couple of days for Pompey. They played, they're now 5th, but 4th place Middlesbrough and beat them at the weekend. And now they've beaten Ipswich. That's the sort of back-to-back results that in a survival race keeps you in a division. Outstanding from Portsmouth. From an Ipswich point of view, look, Ipswich have been excellent and were 8-9 unbeaten going into this. So you start to see comments in the chat of, Ipswich are bottling it. And I'm kind of like, okay, they've lost the game. They've lost the game. They went 8-9 undefeated. And it was a game in hand as well. So, in terms of the picture against Millwall and Middlesbrough, everything's kind of as you were. But Southampton played tonight as well, didn't they? Catch-up game. And they have won it as well. So, we're still in a position where if Ipswich win 3 of their last 5 games, it was, of course, win 3 of the last 6 games. That would then force all their opponents, Millwall, Southampton, Middlesbrough, all the rivals there, to win every single one of their games. Do I think Southampton are going to win 10 in a row? That's so hard. You've got to have one bad game in there or one unlucky game in there somewhere. But what is that? 6 in a row now for Saints with 4 to play. And I've said it a few times on the channel. If Southampton do win 10 in a row and take second place, you just hold your hands up and you say, what a run. It does still require Ipswich to collapse, doesn't it? Ipswich would still... look, if Southampton do get the 10 in a row, they would go to 84 points. So Ipswich would need to then score 8 from the last 5 games. So that would be dropping points in 3 of the last 5 games for Ipswich and today as well. So dropping points in, what have I done there? 4 of the last 6. So it would be a collapse, wouldn't it, if you drop points in 4 of the last 6 when you're second place in a promotion run-in. But they've got to reset Ipswich. They've got to win the game against Middlesbrough now. And the margin for error that they've built up over the last couple has maybe kind of been diminished by this result today. And if Southampton win against Swansea away on Saturday, we will be all level. It'll be 75-75, but of course Millwall play as well. Millwall now can take second place on Saturday, and those two sides can pile the pressure on Ipswich as they go into the head-to-head, the playoff head-to-head, or, well, one's in the autos and one's in the playoffs, but it'll be a playoff head-to-head if Millwall win, won't it, on Saturday between Ipswich and Middlesbrough. There we go. Portsmouth 2, Ipswich 0. Let's not bury the lead. Portsmouth, excellent, well-deserved win from them, boost their survival chances. Ipswich lose the game in hand, basically. They're still in the box seat for promotion and still need to put 9 points, 8-9 points on the board, and they'll probably do it unless we get a mad win streak from somewhere, and that could be a 10 in a row from Southampton. Thank you, everybody, for watching. There are 106 comments in the chat there. I won't be able to read all of them. Thank you for your wonderful support tonight. I know a lot of people get quite emotional and find it a bit tricky to cope in the comments. So thanks to those of you who managed to stay calm and keep the comments going without being unkind or snarky or sarky or nasty or childish, which I've seen quite a lot of tonight. So thank you for the people who've managed to keep the standards up here. Free speech ahoy, I know, but we try our best to have a nice grown-up community here on the chat. I'll bid you farewell if you're watching on TikTok. Thank you kindly. Please all give us a follow down there. Really, really appreciate your support. So bye-bye to everybody on TikTok. Bye-bye to everybody on YouTube. And we will be back with Mr. Parkin. And TikTok's playing me some goodbye music. There we go. We're back with Mr. Parkin and the predictions tomorrow. Well done, Pompey. Really disappointing night for Ipswich. It was Pompey 2, Ipswich 0 on the watch along. We'll see you tomorrow for the predictions.